appreciate you joining me. If you've not already subscribed, please subscribe, and then you will get to know when I am doing my videos, as I can do them quite randomly at the minute. Right, today I want to make a simple mail card, so without further ado, I'm going to get on with it. So I've got a card base that is basic grey, so it is 10 inches by 7 inches. So I'm just going to go round the edge. As you know, I always like to go round the edges to get rid of any burrs that will spoil the effect of your beautiful card. So I like to go through all the edges to smooth it down. I've scored it at 5 inches and then folded it. So let's just put that crease in a bit better. Now I've got a piece, 2 pieces actually, of very vanilla, and I've decided to do this a slightly different measurement than normal because I wanted just a fraction more than 1/8 of an inch going round. So sorry, no, it's not, it's less than 1/8 of an inch going round. So what I've done is I've cut this at 3 marks off, and I'll talk to you like that in case people struggle with measuring this. I'll just bring in my trimmer. So because the card length is 7 inches, I've put it at 7 inches and then moved it back 3 little marks like that. And oh, sorry, I'll do that again. So I've put it on at the 7 inches and moved it back 1, 2, 3 little marks. So you have taken 3/16 off that, but that's a better way to tell you, just in case you bother about these little marks and how to measure it. And then again, I did the same. I put it in at 5 because the width of my card is 5. And I've moved it away 3 little marks to take 3/16 off it. So I've done that with both the 2 very vanilla card pieces. So I'm just going to go around this. I'm going to find the best side and then just make sure I go round to take any burr marks off. Right, before I mount this, I'm just going to add my strips of DSP. Now I've got some old DSP. You can use what you like, just some simple DSP that's got some leaves on, and this measures the same length as the actual very vanilla length. So again, put it in at 7 inches and then just move it 3 marks away and cut it. And the actual strip width, now it doesn't matter, you can just use up your strips in this. This is what I did, so I don't even know the measurement of this. I'm going to talk to you again, taking the little marks away. Sorry, I've put it out of shot. Right, so it's put it in at the 2 inches, or no, put it in at 1.5, and then just move it 1 up. So if you want that, so that would be 9/16, but you can have that any width you want, just a strip, that's all. And I've done the same with this one. I've made this one just 1 1/8, that one. So that was 1 1/8. Sorry, I'm getting the trimmer in the wrong way. The light's really playing me up, so I can barely see what's on my phone that I'm recording from, so sorry about that. Okay, so all I'm going to do is just glue these down now. Now, why I'm doing this before I actually put it on my card base is if I haven't got the measurements absolutely spot on, then I can trim a bit of this off. So I'm just going to leave a gap, and it doesn't really matter what gap you leave. I'm just going to leave that. There we go. So I'm just going to leave that sort of a gap there. So I've just roughly got about 1/4 of an inch gap there. Make sure it's straight. And then this one, again, was the same length of the card. Now, you know me, I don't like covering up foil, but I'm making an exception today because I wanted these tones. So again, I'm not going to make it the same. I'm just going to eyeball it and just give it a little bit of difference. So you've got a different width going off there, and I've just eyeballed it. So I'm turning it over, and there is just, let me push that down a bit. Let's see, push that down, just make sure it's there. So I'm happy with that it's okay on the back. So now I'm going to bring in my card base, and I'm going to put my glue on the back of my panel, and then we'll glue this on. So we're gonna just make sure this time there is equal increments all the way round. Okay. There we go. And now I've cut out a leaf foliage from the Artistically Inked dies. It's probably got a different name, but I'm going to pop these on so it comes just sweeping off there a bit. So we're going to play. Now this is cut out in foil. You could cut this out again if you haven't got any foil. You could cut this out with the Very Vanilla. That would work as well. I happen to have got some old foil, so I'm going to use the old foil. That I think is probably classed as let's see what Sahara sand, isn't it? Yeah, Sahara sand foil. So it was from the Forever and Always set of papers. So you had 3 lots of foil and 3 lots of DSP patterned that went with it. Right, I'm going to, I've cut out already, so this is the basic grey, and I've cut out in our Stitch So Sweetly. I didn't get a chance to use all these as much as what I'd like, so of course if I've got it I will use it. So I'm going to pop some dimensionals on here to just support that. There we go. So cut that. So this is the largest of these curvy dies in the Stitch So Sweetly. This one, just let me get that off. And then I'm just going to position this roughly about centre. I'm looking roughly about centre of my card. So I'm going to place that there. So hopefully I've got that straight. And then already ahead of time I have used the Etched in Nature to do this beautiful mushroom effect. You could use anything here. I even toyed with the idea of putting the Last Celebration the car on or something like that, but I just thought the mushrooms worked out. So we've got plenty of mushroom kind of foliage sets. You could use Forever Fern. You know, there's lots of things that you could use in place of these mushrooms in the new catalogue and the upcoming catalogue. So I just have never really used this set, so I wanted to use it. Right, and then I've got the black MAC dots, and I'm just going to put one in the centre there, and then these are the largest of the black dots, and I'm going to put that, oops, there. Okay, and that's okay. So that's just very plain, very simple birthday card for a male. And then inside I've already done the verse. So it was another free celebration we got, a great big wish for happiness. So again, I'm just going to get rid of any burrs. And again, I've stamped off this time. Oh, I did, let me tell you, I did the mushrooms, I did in the basic grey, and I didn't stamp off, that's the full strength of it. And then the happy birthday I've done in the VersaFine black. So any black, but I find that VersaMark is VersaFine is a very nice strong black. So I only did that once, I didn't have to do it twice or anything. So I do have Memento that I use, but if I can use VersaFine, I must admit that is my preference. Okay, so again, I just did that in the centre, and then, as I say, I've done that on the outside. I wasn't happy because some smudge went off, so don't forget you've got two sides of your card, so you can always do the second side like I've done. So I'm just going to put that there, and again, just make sure you've got equal increment all the way round. Just going to press that down. There we go. So that's the inside and that's the outside. So I hope you like my simple mail card. I just thought it was quite nice. I saw sort of similar layout on Pinterest. They've done something with cutting out here and sticking some thread and putting a button on here, but they'd used these two strips. They hadn't used the very vanilla on a basic grey card base, so I've stepped it up by doing the basic grey and then putting the very vanilla on top. So mine is slightly different to theirs, but I got the idea of Pinterest. I'm very sorry, I don't know the lady's name that did it. I forgot to write it down, and once you've seen it and then you forget. But it inspired me. Her card inspired me to create this one. So thank you very much for dropping by. I do appreciate that you have dropped by, and thank you very much for watching. As I say, don't forget to subscribe and press that notification button so you know when I'm uploading videos. Thank you very much. Goodbye.